Welcome
back to the
Charles Eoghan Experience. Welcome back to the Charles Eoghan Experience. Welcome.
What's going on? Welcome back, buddy.
Why don't you just slap me off instead of slapping me up? All right, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. I'll take that as a close second place.
Guys, remember, like, subscribe, YouTube, Spotify, do all that. Las Vegas, EST 1905.
Guys, I'm going to just do the podcast like this so you can't really see my face at the moment. I've got a really awful bruise on my eye, and I'm afraid...
Oh, is that contagious?
I haven't tried yet, but we're going to find out.
Guys, shout out Andrew Wiltsey.
Okay, let's have it. Let's just have it.
Come on,
we were going to delay, but let's go. That's all I wanted you guys to hear. He's a lesbian. Now you know.
Wow.
Excellent knee cut pass, by the way. If you want to get him for a seminar, he fucking hates you, but he'll do the seminar.
He'll do the seminar, though.
No doubt.
He'll do that.
Anyway, donate to mental health charity, men's mental health, every day of the year, or else you're a piece of
We are completely defunded right now. Maybe not.
Already?
The beeps will beep out what we need to beep out.
All right.
Is it okay to cry? Is that right?
Is it okay to cry? As a woman or a man?
Hey, what's been happening, man?
Nothing really. I'm just looking forward to my luncheon this weekend. It's going to be a really late lunch. We're looking for 8 p.m. lunchtime. And yeah, we're going to go
Who's
with
going?
Just a couple of mates. You wouldn't know them.
Right.
One of them you might know. I don't know if you're into like crypto and that sort of stuff, but
Go on.
yeah.
Try me.
Well, I don't know how much you know about like the Manchurian conflict shortly after.
Try me.
Okay, well, shortly after World War II was resolved, there used to be I think it's, what's it called now? The UN. It's
Ottoman
called the United
Empire.
Nations now, but
Okay.
back then it was called the League of Nations.
Right.
And they had a sort of problem there with Manchuria. It's a Japanese island, I believe. So anyway, one of our mates sorted it out, and he's still alive to this day, and he's still young.
You having dinner with him?
He's still young. And
Late
he's-
luncheon, sorry.
Late lunch.
Late luncheon. Yeah.
Late lunch, please, mate. And yeah, we're he's just going to tell us about it, and generally we'll just discuss it.
What's the fella's name?
I don't know if I should say,
Yeah, no, it's fair enough.
but he's got quite a few aliases. So yeah, let me just put it this way: you know him, but you don't know him. Okay,
Understood.
It's like who's Sia?
Yeah.
That's who it is. It's Sia.
John Cena.
No, it's
John
Sia.
Cena.
Sia, the little singer, this tall,
Right.
sings.
Right.
It's Christian
Right. It's Christian speaking.
He's just been to
For a
Kuwait.
late
He
lunch.
found oil, and now he's bringing it back. But obviously,
I heard
it doesn't fit in the carry-on. So
Unlucky.
yeah, so
Christian
he's not going to
Osbeck.
bring back any oil. But he did find oil, and he did secure like a multi-million-pound deal. But he didn't have enough space in the carry-on. So yeah, he'll just come back the same Christian as before.
I can't believe it's been. Oh no, it hasn't been a week because we did a podcast on Saturday, didn't we? Yeah.
Saturday, as in
why
it feels like very short
very
since we last
short period of time.
saw the podcast. Last podcast doing really well.
Really well. Lots of
enjoyed it.
comments about roid raging.
I fucking love that comment.
Roid raging about the
Charles Royd raging.
and hate me. I
Top comment as well.
was
Beautiful.
brilliant.
Whoever made that comment, come in and Charles will suck you off now.
I will do that, yeah,
I'll
I
just
will
give
do
you a
that.
stripe or I don't know, whichever you prefer. Anyway,
You can choose between the
yeah,
two.
you can choose when you arrive.
Yeah.
I'll be ready.
What else is happening?
Yeah,
We
nothing
did
really.
some training yesterday. Awful training.
Oh
Was
yeah, your
broken.
arm was really awful. Still to this day, really awful looking.
Better today.
Proper gangrenous and just infected, awful, disgusting looking arm. Ugh.
It feels like it needs. I've done something. I've done. Yeah, look at it shaking.
Oh my god, it's like a leaf. God, it's awful.
Yeah. Right.
Should we?
I've got to go soon.
All
I'm
right, we'll
quite
just-
tired as well. Should we just leave it there?
I mean, we have said quite a lot so far. I feel like there's been a good amount of information passed over from one man to another.
I'm just going to sit on my Instagram for the next 40 minutes, and you can chat
Okay.
away.
All right. Well, what I was going to say anyway, because I probably appreciate. I'm trying to put myself in the mind of the listener, but right now they're probably pinching off the end of their loaf by this point. It's been 5 minutes. Yeah, so it's been 6 minutes 30. At this stage, you're probably mostly done, unless it's a creeper or unless you're just coaxing it out.
Right.
Maybe you're not even really shitting.
Tell Owen to come. Tell Owen to come to Ireland for a summer camp instead. I didn't know they had summer in Ireland.
This guy messaged me he wants to do summer camp in
is that a season
in the west of Ireland.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, that's just fucking broken my toe, mate.
Nah, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, all right, it was fixed now.
Didn't realise you get summer in Ireland.
Because it's cold there often, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
really humid and cold. And God, it's just grey and miserable and windy. Anyway,
unlike Miami.
The west of Ireland is probably the most grey and miserable place on earth, I'd say.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the point of a summer camp would be there when the weather's basically the same all year round. Okay. But yeah, we'll call it a summer camp. I mean, I think he messaged me and he said there'd be options for it. But I said I need some money up front because honestly, I'm not going to risk inviting people to the west of Ireland when it's just the one place that everyone emigrates from.
Oh, don't say that. Sorry to our west of Ireland fans. Right, okay, just next question.
Move out of there.
You like this one? Favourite smell?
Oh, that's a good one, actually. I really like when you...
They don't even know. You can't see that got you, man. You're freaking out. Look at you. They don't even know. There's a very funny meme going around on the internet right now. If you've seen it, it's hilarious.
You get it. Fuck.
What is your favourite smell?
Let me give an answer that won't get us defunded. Right, what I really like... let's just say...
It's got to be shit, isn't it?
It's got to be, it's got to be shit, hasn't it?
Anyway, let's move on quickly from that.
Yes.
How does it pass lockdown?
Okay.
Here's a good question. How to pass lockdown?
He has your right leg in the fucking stupid lockdown, stalling bullshit lockdown. Then you use your left leg, you get the sole of your foot and the leg that they are using to initially hook over your leg, their left leg, if they are using the lockdown, and your right leg, you use the sole of your left foot to lift their left leg off the floor via their Achilles tendon. So you do a little hamstring curl and lift it, and then you slot your right foot under. So you lift the lockdown up, and then you pummel your right leg under. Hopefully this little snippet will forever end the lockdown.
God,
thank you. Goodbye.
Appreciation for the sport that you have.
I fucking hate lockdown.
Favorite kind of tunnel?
Ooh.
Got you there.
Channel? Nah.
Oh, you like the channel?
Nah, I don't actually. I don't take it that often.
Right. It's got to be Jewish
probably
tunnels
just
to me.
Yeah.
That was very funny.
I really enjoyed that back in the day. Let's bring back tunnels. That guy just wasn't getting the tunnel comment, was he?
Who?
Remember that guy who commented something about and we said tunnels, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we don't really have tunnels out here."
Oh, on the Instagram thing. God,
what did he
shut
say?
up.
He did not understand it, buddy. Read a book, okay?
Yeah.
There are people digging tunnels under you right now. Yeah. Not the mole people, mate. Real people.
Right. Favorite Jiu-Jitsu dilemma. What kind of dilemma do you like?
Dilemma. Ooh, well, there's lots I really like, but what's my favorite?
Nelly, the song with K.
Yeah. That's a fucking good one. Every time I'm winning, I sing that song. Okay, I like a dilemma between... I'll give you a couple examples from random places. Dilemma between a face choke and a short choke. Dilemma between an outside heel hook and a Z-lock. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
I get terrified when you get me in that.
In the Z-lock. Yeah. Dilemma between heel exposure and side knee bar. Dilemma between allowing top position in saddle, in 50-50, and heel exposure. Dilemma between anaconda choke, shoulders and everything crunched in, or shoulders and everything crunched out, high elbow guillotine. I can keep going. Should I keep going?
Couple more.
Dilemma between triangle, finishing mechanics, and the arm bar. Dilemma between the rear Ushiro triangle, fucking hell, and the arm bar. I'll keep going. Dilemma between the wrist lock and the arm bar in a rear triangle. I'll keep going. Dilemma between heel exposure and back exposure. Right, that's my favorite one.
Yeah, I can't have any more of this. All right. What's the... You'll enjoy that question. What's your opinion on barefoot shoes for training? Wow. Most of the fellas just train in their bare feet here. Don't even need shoes for it because they just go barefoot. Why would you need a shoe if you're going to go barefoot in the gym anyway?
Fair enough, mate. I don't know.
Unless your gym doesn't allow barefoot to walk around in. But then you should just take your shoes off when you're doing deadlifts and that's it. You're done.
Just London, I don't want to just slate some gyms, but why would you wear shoes when doing jiu-jitsu unless you are... Maybe if you're just intending it for the street, then I would keep the shoes on.
Are you talking about... Yeah.
Barefoot shoes for jiu-jitsu?
No, for the gym, mate.
Oh, for lifting?
What is wrong with you?
Okay. Well, yeah, all right. Well,
yeah,
if you like. I mean, the gym floor's sometimes dirty.
Yeah. Just take your shoes off when you're doing deadlifts. You don't need barefoot shoes. I don't rate them, really. No. Yeah. I like my Asics. Gore-Tex.
I feel like if your sport is in shoes, train in shoes. If your sport is in barefoot, train barefoot.
In the weights room?
The benefits of training barefoot in the weights room will not outweigh the benefits of training in the same shoes that you do your sport in, I would say.
It literally makes no difference if you like training with no shoes on.
But if you always train in barefoot and then you go to do a 400 meters race and you suddenly put your shoes on, you're a retard and you should have trained with your shoes on. That's my point.
You're talking about just lifting weights, mate.
Yeah, but it still applies.
Not
somewhat.
Really.
Somewhat.
Maybe.
For plios, for example.
For pliers, mate, I always wear shoes.
Plios, I'm a hurdle runner. Is that the correct term?
Yeah.
I hope they don't mind.
You'd be doing your hurdling in shoes.
Indeed. And so I do the plios in shoes. Yeah, for real. No, I literally would.
Yeah, I don't like barefoot shoes, but if you like them,
go for
them. I've got ringworm 4 separate times this year. Any advice?
Stop showering for so long. Don't shower for more than 5 minutes. Anyway, showering for a long period of time is a feminine trait, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you are a man, just be aware that as you shower for longer, other men are getting more and more attracted to you, and over time, maybe they will even make some advances to you whilst you're not in a state to defend yourself. Maybe you'll be slippery, and that can work in your favor or against you. It depends.
What an outrageous answer.
Correct, though. No?
Use, what's the shampoo? Poo.
Oh! Did you mean to do that?
Do what?
All right.
Use the anti.
Mum's the word.
Use the anti-dandruff shampoo.
Anti-cancerous shampoo.
Anti-dandruff shampoo.
Batetlesiop.
And then if you do get ringworm, there's a ointment you can get. Don't know what it's called. Use that, but just be cleaner. Wear spats, mate.
It's called.
If you keep getting it, wear spats.
Plum or something.
No, I've got it.
Canistan.
No, it's strong. It needs to be stronger than Canistan.
Yeah.
You'll get it from the doctor. Once you get it, mate, you're good.
Clotrimazole.
Something Zol, it's fucking strong. Once you get that, mate, you're good. It should just go away within a couple of days.
Genuinely, if you find you get skin infections a lot from training...
Spats.
Yes, spats and all that, but honestly, don't shower for too long. The shower is not there to it doesn't take long. You cover your whole body in the stuff, and then the germs will literally slide off you. That's the function of the shower gel. It kills them, and they slide off. If you sit there under the hot water for a further 10 minutes, you're just drying your skin out. You're just drying your skin out.
Is this a thing?
People do that all the time. They're just sitting in the shower, and they're just like, yeah, man, I'm just sort of under the water, and I'm just going...
You see people do that in the gym?
Any gym I go to, people don't shower as if they have something to do. People shower as if they've never had a shower before.
Really?
People shower as if they're unemployed. People shower as if they haven't had hot water poured on them.
I'm in and out, man. 3 minutes.
I just go in there. Water goes on me until I feel like I have no longer sweat on me. Then the soap goes on me, and then I remove the soap via water. And once that is done, I leave.
Yeah, that's what you should do.
But if you're in there just like sort of just faffing, just horsing around.
Yeah.
Just you're going to get... I hope you get a skin infection, cunt. How about that?
Wear spats, mate. Use the anti-dandruff shampoo. Don't shower for too long. And get the ringworm cream. When I had ringworm, I got the really strong cream for it, and it literally went away in like 3 or 4 days. It was that. I had it for ages.
Clotrimazole.
You spotted it. You're like, mate, is that ringworm? I'm like, fuck off, mate. It's not ringworm.
Fuck off, but it was.
Fuck
really
off.
was.
That's not. It was ringworm.
It was awful ringworm. It wasn't that bad, but it would have really given someone.
It would have
really
escalated.
Fucking illness.
Right. Strong or flexible legs? You can have both, my friend. And that's a fucking stupid question because
It's a trick question, isn't it?
No, it's a genuine question because he's like, oh, but if I don't want to lift weights, I don't want to get too
Real
stiff.
strength is mobile.
You fucking cunt. If you want to do your strength training properly, if you want to get your legs stronger, you'll also get them more flexible. Get a better hinge. Get a better squat.
Unless you train like a retard.
Unless you train like little half reps and do things properly. Do single leg exercises. Get into deep ranges on your Bulgarian split squats. Deep ranges on your squats. Deep ranges on your hinge. Further than you could before with good technique.
You'll feel much better.
And over time, that will significantly improve your mobility and you'll improve your flexibility. As far as jiu-jitsu, you just need to understand the moves better because you may be flexible, but if you don't understand how the techniques work properly, you'll just fuck them up. E.g. inverting. You need to understand how to invert properly, not just let yourself get crumbled.
Also, don't you get better tendon adaptation at bigger joint angle flexion?
Yeah.
Yes. So you will get stronger if you lift, not just stronger, but also your actual tendons will get stronger if you lift with full range rather than if you lift like a retard.
100%. Yeah, you need to. Yeah, that's the whole purpose of weight training, to improve the strength in your muscles, bones, tendons, and ligaments.
Ligaments.
Not just for putting on muscle. People forget that. They go, oh, weightlifting just to get really big. Yeah, you don't need to be that strong or big for your sport. It's not about that. It's about improving your overall health for life.
Yeah.
For life.
It's just like if you were going to do a sport as both white belts, I'd rather be a jacked,
fucking cunt than a not jacked fucking cunt.
Yeah.
You really would. So yeah, you can get strong and flexible legs. The two work symbiotically. Is that the word? Is that the word I'm looking for?
I guess so.
Symbiotic? No. What's the word I'm looking for?
Simultaneous, yeah, at the same time.
Synonymously.
The two are
synonymous
synonymous,
together.
but they are not synonymous with each other. I would argue that they are different words.
You are more learned than I at English, my friend. So
although
there you go.
Both first language. Although my first language is French.
Both first language. But you're a bit clever, aren't you? Right.
My first language is French.
Right. I don't know. Right. Next question: how to deal with DOMs for grappling? Wow.
Once you get warmed up, it always feels good, doesn't it?
Yes.
Get a little warm up and go, ooh, nice.
Yeah, I'd say just if you're a bit sore, it's worth doing a proper warm up. Get into some deep tier pliers, do some push ups, do some bit of shoulder mobility. Start with a bit of wrestling, not too hard. Don't go spaz wrestling straight away.
No one's good enough to go easy wrestling. What I've realized is people don't know how to wrestle, so they can't relax.
Right.
It's like asking a white belt to relax or like
me to relax.
Yeah, you got there eventually in jiu-jitsu, but I mean, like, most people don't have enough options in wrestling to relax and flow. They're like, flow where? I don't know what I'm doing.
No,
so
that's
I would
actually such
say
a good point, yeah.
do a specific round. Like, every time I go wrestling, for example, let's do single leg rounds, guys. Like, all people know is fucking rip my leg out really hard, and all the other person knows is he's going to rip his leg out really hard, so I better just hold on really tight and run the pipe. And I don't have any follow-ups. Yeah. I don't have any, there's only so much energy you need to take someone down. If they provide half that energy, you only need to provide half. If they full retard and give you 99%, you only need a little 1% to counter them. So what I'm saying is, if you're in those kind of classes where you don't get to choose your partners, I'm pairing up with a fucking retard, or this guy's definitely done a cycle, then just start with like mount or side control. Their body heat will warm you up, no homo, and then you will become much safer. And also, it's just more static positions, less chance of a sudden weight falling injury or a sudden spaz.
It's a fucking good point.
There you go.
There you go. Do a little warm up before you get in there. Start with some specific rounds. Yeah, fantastic.
I'm just going to put my hat down a bit further because I'm afraid that I'll get recognised.
No, that's fair enough. It's all good? Yeah, you better keep it there, to be fair.
Well, it's a lot easier for playing poker and that kind of stuff.
All right. What's the purpose of the relation? Fucking hell. What's the purpose of the recent partnership of Los Banditos and Submission Grappling Club?
Well, actually, we don't have to move out of our old gym. We could. Sorry, bro. We don't have to move out of our old gym. We just want a better location. And if we get enough numbers, we will continue with the old gym. We will reopen it and we will start again. Do you like the double hand grip?
It just looks really funny if we keep it.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, basically, it's also going to be much more convenient because we have a demand for morning classes. So people keep going to us, are you going to do morning classes? Are you going to find a spot soon? And we're like, yeah, we can't really do morning classes unless you're like under 16 and you pay for St. Paul's Boys School. So in that sense, we've moved to Los Banditos. And yes, it's going to be more expensive. We're looking at $200 for a full-time gym membership. However, just be aware, you have 3 like S-tier black belt coaches, and you have unlimited access to the gym 7 days a week. You will not get shit people covering, and you will not have to. I mean, we're gonna put some pictures up, so you're gonna have to bow to me and Sylvia's picture. But Joe says he doesn't want his picture up on the wall. But me and Sylvia are gonna have our picture up there. You don't have to bow to it that often, just every time we ask you. And yeah, that's it. It's just a much better system.
To be fair, this will be the best club in Europe.
It will be one of the.
No, it will
I say one of.
It will be the best.
Yeah, by the numbers, it will be the best.
It will be the best.
The only reason SGC wasn't the best is because it was fucking miles away. So it's just shit to get to. I mean, there's Karens on the bridge, just basically as exciting as they are.
You can't cycle here. No.
You should know better. Fuck off, you fucking piece of shit.
Right.
Anyway, so it's going to be a great move. And honestly,
£200. That'll be beautiful for the best. You're training at the best club in Europe.
Well, £200 is actually going to lose us a bit of money on unlimited. So we can't go too cheap. You know, we'd like to go for a reasonable number, but the fact that there's 2 clubs now agglomerating into one location, but not one club, means that if we just suddenly went, okay, we'll just charge 150 for, then we're getting 75 per person per club, which is shit, right? We can't survive on 75 per person. We'll pack out before we break even. Therefore, the prices have to reflect the quality
settle down, people,
of it.
Settle down. People will be happy to pay that price.
Yeah, people like transparency.
Okay.
Right? So I'm saying from my point of view, obviously I understand. I'll never pay fucking £200 because I'm a cheap cunt. But if you yourself are more holistic, wealthy, or just a generally better person than other people, then you will fork out the £200 and you will pay.
Basically, mate, if you want to get the best coaching in London, you're going to pay £200 for it, and you're going to get the best results possible.
And also, I feel like Joe's covers all the spots that we don't cover, not just timetable wise, but also like their media is very good, and our media is good when it's there, but mostly lacking. No, Pete is good. Like, he does good videos, but he's just not in that often because we don't pay him. We just give him free membership. You see, so for him to come in more than once a month would just be like a waste of his time, basically. So, yeah. And they have kids classes and we don't have kids classes. You know, they don't really have a wrestling coach, and we have Sylvia who will wrestle 6 men in a row. No problem.
He is very good at wrestling,
isn't he just?
He's fantastic.
Yeah, it's also, there's a lot of smaller, younger people there. We have a lot of younger people, but also huge people. So we're going to have
big fellas.
We have some big fellas. You should see them in the changing room. Magnificent. Honestly, just come to the changing room and watch everyone as they shower. That's what I do. Okay, next question.
Thoughts on Dima's Mediterranean, I assume that stands for. High heart rate. No, sorry. Thoughts on Dima's low, mid, high heart rate specific rounds. High heart rate?
Yeah. I get the idea. It's done in a lot of other sports, isn't it? Just to get you, like we used to do it in judo, just like shuttle runs and then do some drills. So you see when you get tired, what do you look like now? You know,
honest,
you get more technical when you're more tired.
Yeah, that sounds about right for me.
For you, yeah.
Probably
also true.
Very much.
Because you start being a bit more efficient rather than, I mean, you don't. You just go for the burner, but if you wanted to actually win the round, you start being more efficient.
I always want to win the round.
You win via hitting a target of steps.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got me.
That's a win for you. There's no submit or don't get submitted. It's at the end of the class.
There is.
Did I submit enough steps?
That's not true.
That's it. Did I
Take
submit
that back.
enough
That's
beats?
not true. I actually try really hard to not get submitted. If I'm getting...
No, yeah, you don't get... You get the idea, yeah. You don't... It's not like Stefan. Stefan will just, I don't know what happens to him. It's like he shrivels up.
I'm trying as hard as I can not to get submitted.
Yeah. You do the right thing now, but you used to just burn yourself out for no reason and then just get subbed.
Cowardice too. I used to freak out from mount.
Yeah, you turn. Yeah.
I don't turn anymore.
But you should be. You should be calm from mount and just look at them like.
That's what I do to you now.
Yeah.
For me, if I give you my back, I know it's game over, and I hate it. So I do at all costs. I'd rather be suffering at the bottom mount.
Yeah, but then the suffering gets pretty sufferation. Then you really get tired.
Yeah, but
depends how intense they go. Like if they relax in mount, you can also relax. If they go hard, it's easier to escape.
Yes.
But if they just keep going hard and you keep escaping, then they keep passing and getting back to mount.
I mean, that's what you do to me.
Then you get fucking tired.
Yeah. I just don't know how to keep you off.
Yeah.
How to retain. We'll get there eventually.
Seated. I'm trying. Seated garden.
I'm trying, mate. I'm trying. I tried the other day. You saw it.
Yeah. But just continue trying.
All right. We got some funny questions. Yo, homie, opinion on the Diddy situation and and how that relates to BJJ. He's got a fair point, actually. How
does it relate? Well, just defensive soundness, I guess.
There's a lot of fucking creepy suspects in the world of jiu-jitsu, isn't there? And P-Diddy's a creepy subject. We don't have to answer that.
Yeah, there aren't that many. I mean, there are like cultures that are creepy, but I wouldn't say the overall creepiness of is that high.
What team are you joining in the US? We're going to fucking start our own, mate. And you're going to come.
Yeah, for sure. Catch you there.
You will.
I'll come eventually to the USA.
Yes.
USA.
Yeah. We're going to start our own, boss. We're going to start our own team.
But what if they start the cringe USA chant and they expect me to chime in?
Yeah, I'm all about that.
Yeah, but I'll do it sarcastically and then people might realize. Or worst case scenario, people will think I'm actually being legit.
Yeah. Cringe.
Cringe.
Yeah. Mate,
exactly.
We're gonna start our own team. And
if you're an American, please write in and just say, do you understand the concept of cringe? Like, do you like...
It's a British thing, mate. British people
do you
hate
understand,
themselves.
like, being ridiculously unself-aware yet so self-confident is cringe? Like, the rest of the world will look at it and just be like, ooh.
See, I love patriotism.
Curling up in a ball.
I love that. Like,
as long as it's satirical. Yeah, as long as it's like, they know that it's ridiculous, then I find it funny.
Even the funny ones who are like, yeah.
Yeah, but when they... Yeah, when they just don't take themselves seriously, cool. But when they're like... When you get it all the time, let's say, all right, right now it's cool.
Example.
All right, let's say, example, just right now, what I'm thinking of in my head. Yesterday,
what are you thinking of right now? We got a lot of American listeners.
Sorry, guys.
That's
Think
fine.
of penis again. Yeah,
it's
just, that's, what are you thinking of?
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Penis,
just write in what you're thinking of right now, guys, in the comments, whilst we ask this. Write down what you think about. Don't think about two things. The first thing. Don't cheat either.
Penis, yeah.
Don't cheat. Yeah, it's probably penis. Most of the time it's penis.
Yeah.
But yeah, for example, this show called, I don't know, it's called The Circle. That was it. And basically...
Oh, that's for the panel, yeah?
Social media thing, whatever. It's like a fake social media thing. I don't really get the idea, but there's money to be won at the end. The Americans on it are cringe, bro. They are cringe. They speak like they are speaking to a retard when they actually just speak to each other completely normally. Like, you don't have to accentuate every word.
Specific.
Well, the way I speak is like this all the time. Let's go. I'm probably one of the best in here.
Yeah, that's painful.
No self-awareness. Why don't you hold each other accountable when you're fucking cringe and be like, listen, can't stop that, or more bullying, I guess.
Will you try to do ADCC next year?
I will, yeah. It would be quite funny to get invited after being disinvited.
What would be funny if you beat everyone and then you go, right, lads,
I'm going to CGI.
That's what you should do. Right, what's your view on the West Side barbell method?
No, here's a question. Before we answer that cunt's question, right? Oh, actually hit it. Very lightly. So, question: do you think CGI will be put on the? Do you think it will be put on the same day as ADCC next year?
I hope so.
I fucking hope so, because they don't need to at this stage, but they should. As a joke, obviously.
Oh, obviously, it's joking, yeah.
Yeah, that would be quite funny.
We'll carry on with it, but it's a joke,
I mean,
mate.
what can you actually do to counteract that as ADCC? Let's say you're ADCC next year. What do? You just wait for CGI to announce their date first, right?
ADCC's in 2 years, then. DOS years. every 2 years.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
mistake, first of all, I think. Every 2 years. Why do that? Just have an
It's just
annual
more
event.
special, isn't it? Then you have a year for trials, a year for compet.
Oh, that's fair.
But it does, yeah, and it makes it more exclusive because otherwise it's just like every other competition where it's like 50 world champions.
Yeah,
except just one belt. One belt.
One belt. You just want one belt.
belch.
Right. Right. Can you identify metrics to test BJJ fitness? Lift times percentage of body weight, complete sprint intervals? No. Just be good at BJJ, mate.
BJJ fitness is just raw cardio, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it isn't it? Just be fucking. What it is if you look at a person like Sylvie who just doesn't get tired, he's just been doing it for so long. He's extremely strong. And what age did he start wrestling? Like 5?
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah. He's just been doing it for so long, non-stop. He had a very short period of time where he didn't do it, but he was powerlifting, getting strong as fuck during that period of time. And he just constantly is training. Yeah. And that's how you get BJJ fitness. Most of the people asking fitness-related questions start BJJ at a much later age. And you're just not going to catch up with the fellas who have been training for such a long time unless you really get into it and you already have a very good aerobic base. Hence, e.g., you play some kind of sport when you're younger because it takes a long time to really build up a good aerobic base and get nice hypertrophy around the heart. Like a footballer or a rugby player or a rower would be a good example as well because their lactic threshold is off the fucking charts. Same for rugby players.
I find just the CrossFit guys, they tend not to be very efficient, but you can tell that they have great jiu-jitsu cardio.
Yep. Yeah, because it's mainly just lactic. You're just getting into the lactic fucking burn the whole time. Any sport that has that disgusting lactic feel to it, and if you're very good at that, you're gonna have good crossover to jiu-jitsu.
I found that way more in judo back in the day.
Yeah.
Or if I just spaz out for the first 3 minutes of jiu-jitsu competition, do a Davis Asari and just fucking completely gas out. I used to do that though.
Yeah, you did,
mate.
yeah.
There was one show, I can't remember. I think I was facing Dominic Dillon, and I just 6 minutes in, I just completely gassed out, and I knew he's good at Kimura, so I just kept my arm in Americana shape, and I just couldn't move. I literally just couldn't move. I'd done a Davis, and yeah, it's you fucking snake, Char.
Do you know how many? Mate, there's like 15 line bikes out there. Okay. Hey,
I only saw one.
Take that back.
All right, I take it back.
That's fair enough.
Let's move on. No, let's not. What were we talking about just there?
Being fit, Davis Asari, burning out, gassing out.
Yeah. So also, some people it is indeed. You don't know my mentality thing, bro. Because some people when they get tired, you can't tell they're tired. They're very,
Yeah, Sylvie's got that name.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know if Sylvie even gets tired like that. I don't think we've seen, because he has literally lived a whole life of health. Like, people claim to be healthy in that, but then they go drinking regularly. But Sylvie doesn't go drinking in that. Sylvie just train and Allah, and there's not even Allah in it, right?
There's no Allah.
That time where people would be wasting time praying, he's training.
Become good friends with
eating.
Sylvia, and he'll start sending you photos of the stuff that he eats. And it is very wholesome.
I spent a week with him. There's no downtime.
Stews and vegetable.
The downtime is sleeping. The in between sleeping and eating in jiu-jitsu is just cleaning around the place.
Yes,
it's it's not a life for the faint-hearted. It's just work all the time, genuine slow improvements every day, and now his muscle endurance is just unlimited. Genuinely unlimited.
He's a freak, man.
The muscle endurance, it's not even that
it's a lactic buffering, mate.
Like 1-for-1, he has some ridiculously strong things. Like his legs are ridiculously strong, but upper body wise, I reckon 1-for-1, I can probably squeeze harder than him with my hands. But his legs, and he could just hand fight for days with no problem.
The amount of people he taps from a body triangle is just outrageous. It's outrageous.
Everyone. He doesn't choke people.
He taps. No, he never chokes people. If you train with Sylvia, and it's a shame that all our international listeners will never get to train with Sylvia.
Yeah.
But if you ever come to London, come train at Los Banditos. No, you want to do the evening one, Los Banditos Submission Grappling Club, and do a round with Sylvia, because he will tap you very quickly from the
body
back,
triangle.
just with the body triangle.
He'll just
tap Sandra with the body
hold
triangle.
your forehead.
Surely.
Yeah.
You tap.
Do I? No. I think I've tapped him with body triangle before, but I feel like I've lost my squeeze on the body
Does
triangle.
he tap you with the body triangle?
No.
you know how to get out. You know.
No, you just suck in. Come on, just don't be a pussy.
Yeah, exactly. You know the job.
But you can't. If I let him grab my forehead with 2 hands, then he'll finish me probably.
Yeah.
Well,
he's doing this new move now, isn't he? Where he gets people's arms and he kicks them out and he just compresses their spine.
The new Silvio special.
Mate, I'm really sorry. I actually have to go right now.
All right.
Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's been great to see you. I may have to do some editing on this podcast.
No, we'll be all right.
I may have to do a little bit, yeah.
Which part? The school part.
Potentially, and the favourite smell part. I may have to do something there for what I said, but we'll see. I'll listen it back. They won't know anyway, because I'm not going to edit out this bit by far. Right, it's so good to see you. Remember, tell us about your Patreon quickly.
Oh, yeah, so I'm aiming for £5,000 a month. So if you could all just head over to my Patreon now and subscribe. It's £15 a month. So by my maths, what's that? 300 members plus another 30.
Do that.
There you go, 333 members.
Guys, if you want to get really strong, I've got all my strength programs. They're doing really well. People love them. You could love them. See you later, guys.
Jiu-Jitsu.